And we're back, people. So, like I said, did you get the last one in there about why the big women so more confident than the skinny or slim women?
You might want to reiterate.
Okay, well, people who are here, bear with me for a second. We're going to reiterate this one again. We had a little technical difficulties. But my question is to the people. I saw a video where a guy was saying that his OG told him that, like who like you? You know, he said, well, hell, all in my inbox is big women. I ain't with that, you know, which, hey, no knock on the big women. If you like big women, you like big women. But this guy said particularly he wasn't with that. So what are his options after that? And my question to that was, why are big women so much more confident than skinny or slim women? Because the big women will jump in your inbox and be like, yo, this is what it is. This is what I want. This is what it is. What's up? And a skinny or a slim chick won't say nothing. And then eventually, maybe after time, you might end up getting up with her or getting in contact with her another way, and y'all start talking. And she'll be like, yeah, I've been wanting to talk to you, but, you know, I just didn't say nothing or whatever. And it'd be like, but the big girl be right in your inbox like, you can get it tonight. What's up? Tonight. No, tonight. What's happening? Yeah, like, I don't get that. Like, that don't make sense to me. Somebody explain to me. I need somebody to let me know something. Like, you know what I'm saying? Let me know. We froze up on the last one, so I wanted to get that out because I need answers. Just things I need answers to, that's all. Just like this right here. Now, this is going to might ruffle some feathers, but I'm just curious. Now, I don't have a dog in the fight. I'm not invested. I don't have a dog in the fight. I just see things, and like I said, I've been following the process, and I'm invested, okay? I'm invested in the story, okay? When y'all met, when y'all first started dating, I was out in the outings with y'all. When the flowers was brought, I was liking the flowers, all that. And the engagement happens. I like the engagement. I'm all involved in the process. Then there's no wedding. I don't understand what's happening here. So especially I see this a lot with gay women. A lot. Now, a lot of gay women I see, they get engaged, but I'll never see no wedding or no marriage. I'm not understanding what's happening with that. Why is that? Why do y'all get engaged? They'll have a big elaborate engagement too now. Be all public, and then it just don't be no wedding. Now, this don't just happen with them now, which I know I don't see a lot of gay men getting engaged and married either. I don't understand what's up with that either. Somebody let me know what's up with that. Why don't I see that a lot? Because that's kind of weird that we don't see that a lot. I'm sure it's plenty of them getting engaged or trying to get married or dating in general. But I don't necessarily see that a lot. But I see a lot of women get engaged, but I don't see a lot of them getting married with each other. And also I see women too, with heterosexual relationships, women and men, they'll have this big old elaborate proposal, this big old elaborate thing all on Facebook, all that, all on the internet, all that, and then it just don't be no wedding. And they just ain't together no more. So like, are we supposed to just act like that didn't happen? Or are we supposed to just, like I said, I'm invested. I was all in. I had my tux pulled out for the wedding. Like, whether I was going or not, I'm still getting dressed. I'm gonna participate online. I'm involved though. I'm invested, Vic. I'm invested. I'm all in. I've been there from the jump, from the meet and greet, from the late night conversations when y'all was upset with each other. I'm online, I'm commenting, I'm consoling. I'm invested, Vic. So I just don't understand, like, why when the marriage don't happen, we just got to speed past, like we just act like it don't happen, or we can't ask no questions. Like, I don't understand what's up with it. And also, once y'all do this big old public engagement and all this stuff, let everybody know y'all get married, and then y'all don't get married. Is that embarrassing, or y'all just don't care? Just whatever. Okay, it didn't happen, so I'm moving on now. Or do you like? I don't know. I have so many questions about this. I'm just. Somebody let me know something, please. I'm just. You know. And it's just me being curious. You know, if you don't want to tell me, don't tell me. Hell, you know. But you know, when I don't know things, I ask. I'm not a woman, so I don't know. So I don't try to do like people do and say I can think like one because I can't. I don't know what they think. So that's why I'm asking y'all.
That's a good question.
What's up, Monique? How you doing? I'm just curious, man, because I see these things, like I say, I'll be invested. No, I'm all in. I'm rooting for the win now. Don't get it twisted. Now I'm rooting for the win. But then then it just fizzles out. Go from sugar to shit fast, and I don't know what's going on. I don't know how to respond. Should I be upset with somebody? Should I not be upset with somebody? I don't know. Did it just not work out? I don't know. I've got limited information. That's all I'm saying.
That's crazy, bro. That's crazy.
That's all I'm saying.
What happened?
You never know. It's just they just didn't get married. It's just and not speaking all together anymore. Not even no speaking terms anymore. Like what?
And the woman kept the ring and moved on.
What? I don't know about all that now. I don't know what the intricacies of that now. They're keeping rings and all that and stuff now because Tell you one thing, the receipt would definitely be going back. I'd have to have mine. I'd have to have it. I'm just saying. You ain't hey, you get these benefits because you with me. Okay, when you ain't with me, the benefits stop. Okay, so no. The train don't stop. Baby, train keep going. You know what I mean? Hey, you either on the train or you off the train. And once you off the train, they don't get back on, baby. That's how it roll. Because your stop was back there, and the train didn't stop. It kept on rolling. You dig what I'm saying? Come on now. Must be crazy. Talking about son.
I need that back.
Yeah, I got to have it. Or stopping payment on it one. What you talking about?
Right.
You know how they do.
Right.
Woo. Man, I saw this also about video real quick about the singles event. And they said this lady was talking about how women talking about they don't want no men, but then they go to singles events and they go on the pop balloon and all that, which don't make no sense when you say you don't want a man, you happy with yourself. But anyway, they go to these events and then once again, 1,000 women showed up and it was only like 20 or 30 men. Let me explain something about these singles events. The men that you want are not gonna be at these singles events, ladies. Stop going. It's a waste of time. I'm gonna tell you who be at these singles events. The same ones who be liking all your pictures and who be talking to themselves in the comments all the time and be in y'all inbox all the time. The same ones that we was in high school and we was in college that you wouldn't look at twice, that was scared to talk to a girl, that was in the remedial classes and all that stuff, that couldn't get no women or never get no attention from nobody. Those are the men who are all in y'all inbox and who are all in y'all comments and all in y'all likes every day to the same pictures or the same type videos and y'all never respond to anything. That's who this is who's gonna be at these singles events. Because guys who are attractive, they have options. They don't need to pay to go to a singles event to meet somebody. First of all, I seen one singles event that said you had to pay to get in and then pay to enter the singles event thing. So I got to pay to get in the building and then pay to get in the singles thing. Why would I do that when I got women that I can meet at the gas station, I can meet at the grocery store for free? Or they can inbox me or I can inbox them. That makes no sense. So the guys that y'all want or we want are gonna be attracted to aren't gonna be at no singles event where they got to pay to meet women. It's just not gonna happen. And also, it's more women than men, so men can find women. Like, you laughing? I'm trying to keep it real. They're wasting their time. You can keep going and being disappointed. It's gonna keep being a bunch of women and a few men, and y'all ain't gonna want the men that's there. Because the attractive men and the men that are successful men and all that, they have options. They have women, just like y'all know they're attractive and successful, other women do too, and they approach them or they make themselves available to them for free. Where they don't gotta pay to go into a setting to meet them. And like I said, the guys that's gonna be there is the ones that y'all don't want, the ones that y'all don't even respond to on the internet. And y'all keep on red or whatever you call it. I'm just saying. Same guys y'all wouldn't speak to in high school and college, the same guys. It's all in your likes every day with hearts, eye hearts, and oh my God, you're the greatest, I love you, and you ain't never responded to a message. Like, this gotta be some form, it's gotta be research, Vic. This gotta be some form of insanity, dog. Why are you continuing to, I stopped liking.
How do you continue?
I'll tell you right now, if I like your stuff, if I comment on your stuff, and you don't respond to my comment a couple times, then I'm not gonna like to comment on your stuff no more. I'm not your groupie, nigga. I'm not your fan. Your groupie. Yeah, I like your stuff or your content, so I'm gonna interact with you. But yeah, I'm not just gonna every day you post a video bent over. I'm liking it every day, and I'm in the comments every day with drool faces and hard eyes every day. And you ain't responding to nothing. I ain't seen or smelt nothing. And you every day, but every day I'm in the goddamn comments. Make it make sense. Yeah, I wish I would. The devil is a lie. You must be crazy. You must be crazy. But ladies, yeah, stop wasting your time at them singles events, man. That's a waste of y'all time. Waste of your time.
Have mercy.
I'm just saying. Oh, man. Whoo! It's another topic that shook them up. Men saying that they're going to be financially celibate. They say they're no longer spending money on women until they get married. Since women saying they're gonna be celibate, or they holding the coochie hostage, as I say, give us free, is what it be saying, holding the hostage. They say that they're gonna be financially celibate then. And some women have been upset, talking about that's crazy and all that. Well, damn, you holding the coochie hostage, turn it loose. I mean,
Cut my yawn off, bro.
this is why you laughing. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. Turn it loose, baby. I'm just saying. And the money will flow. That's all I'm saying, baby. That's all I'm saying. The fellas said they ain't with it though. But I can get to know you. I can date you. I don't have to spend no money. We can go to the park. We can go. There's a lot of things we can do together. We can play cards. There's a lot of things we can do. We can interact with each other and spend time with each other. We can lay up and watch movies at Netflix or whatever, Prime or whatever. You know what I'm saying? There's a lot of things we can do. We can chill. We ain't got to spend the money to get to know each other, spend time together. So it's not automatically guaranteed you got to spend money. Like this one girl said, how you gonna date a woman without spending money? Easy. That ain't hard.
Ain't hard.
You sure dated when you was younger with no money. Without a problem. Without a problem. Dating wasn't a problem then with no money. What's the problem? So now you can't figure out ways to entertain yourselves with no money now? Ain't none of us always had money. We always been dating since we've been puberty age, right? I'm just saying now. Like, I had a girlfriend, like Howard Hughes was saying this, I had a girlfriend since elementary school. This might be the longest time in my life I never had a girlfriend. I haven't had a girlfriend. I had a girlfriend since elementary school, my whole life. So, and I ain't definitely had no money then. That was, that was young. I'm just saying, as we got older, shit, I ain't get no bread, so I probably joined the army. And I was 20-something, 19. It was a lot of them on my list by then. What you talking about, baby? You remember a different word? You're on my list. She used to hit that thing. Now I used to love when she used to do that. Shout out to Jennifer. What's her last name? I'm about to say Hudson. Ain't Hudson. It's Jennifer Lewis. Shout out Jennifer Lewis. Yeah, I used to love when she used to do that, boy. I swear. Love it. Dean Davenport. Yeah, but yeah, that's what the men are saying now, y'all. They say they're going financially celibate. Y'all let me know what y'all think about that. You know, should they turn the funds loose if you turn the coochie loose, or what's happening? I don't know. What's going on? How y'all feel about that? Y'all feel they have to spend money to date, or what's up? Y'all let me know. I need answers. Like I said, I'm here, but I need answers, baby. Somebody tell me something. Come on now. Somebody tell me something. I'm just saying. A lot of people say it, though. Man, all my smokers out there, light it up, cause I'm a smoker. She try to deep door up, walk around and choke her. I need y'all to come on in for this one. The University of California did a study on does marijuana use, gas use, or whatever you want to, superlative you want to use, cause lung cancer or health issues like tobacco. They followed gas users, tobacco users, and controls, which is people who didn't smoke either, for 20 years. And what they found was with tobacco use, there was an increase of cancer and a decrease in lung functionality as compared to the controls, but the marijuana users had an increase in their lung capacity and did not have an association with cancer. Yeah. So the lungs got stronger. Yeah, pure Rastafari, baby. Come on, man. Get ganja. Come on, man. The only way with ganja. Come on, man. The ganja give you the iron lung, man. Come on, man. Make it strong. Come on, baby. Come on, man. The ganja make it strong, man. Come on, baby. Yeah, it had an increase in lung functionality and did not have association with cancer. So all that stuff they talking about associating the green with that is a myth. It's a myth. Like I said, they followed these people, studied people for 20 years. The University of California is who did the study. You need to verify. Get in your books. But yeah. So apparently, tobacco is way more harmful than marijuana. I'm just saying. Wow. Light it up, because I'm a smoker. That's all I'm saying. Hey, this is what the stats say. I just go with the stats say. Hey, this ain't me saying, this is what the stats say. You know what I mean? Hey. Who am I to argue with the stats, right? I also saw a video of a guy talking about how different it is in this day and age to buy green, and how people will never know. The people now, youngins, will never know how it was back in the day. Now you can just go into a doggone store and they got a variety for you. They got a list. They got all these different names on it and all that, and thunder this, thunder crack, and then and white this and that, and then tell you how much is in it and what all this bills they tell you now. Back in the day, he was saying, which I remember before that, but he was talking about how you used to have to text somebody through somebody. You couldn't even get directly to the guy. You had to go through somebody. You had to text them. Then you had to wait 3 business days for them to get back to you, and you finally meet up with the guy and all that. I'm talking about, I remember before that, well, you had to go where they was at. There wasn't no texting.
Right.
You had to ask somebody, yo, you know where Rob at? Or where Lil D at? Oh, he around there. Or he be around there. You got to go around there. Hope you catch him around there. First off, and then now you got to act like you cool to get something because he might not even want to say you nothing, depending on who you is. Yeah, who you? Who you just come around here? Who sent you? Well, yeah, nah. Mike D told me to come on. Oh, okay. Mike D sent you around here. All right. Yeah. That's how it was back in the day. You had to know somebody to know somebody the way it was at. You couldn't just calling nobody, texting nothing. Nah, you had to know where they at. They normally be in that building right there. They ain't over there. Nah, they ain't over there right now. You got to wait. Now you got to wait around till they show up. That may be in a couple hours. It may be later. You never know. And like I said, it is a clear bag and there's some green in the bag. It ain't no skunk and this or that. Nah, it's green. Here you go. Yeah, go ahead and take that. Yeah, it ain't and the guy around the corner might have a little bit better green, but it's all the same pretty much. So. It ain't no, well, he ain't got no gas, I gotta find the gas. Now this is what it is, here you go. And once again, the whole time, you scared you going to jail. like you got an ounce of coke on you or something. Now you scared, yeah, you nervous as scared you finna go to jail the whole time. Now you doing this transaction. or man, I'm gonna say dealing with somebody twice your age because you trying to get something, you young and you have no clue what he can do to you. What might happen at this point. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy things that these millennials or these new kids, Gen X or whatever, Z, Y, F, whatever generation it is now, the things that they will never realize and the things that they just won't understand is just insane. Insane. Just like I seen something talking about how they ain't learning nothing now, basically, and how each generation has normally been smarter than the last generation now, except till now.
Exactly.
Yeah, and it's statistics. They did over. Hold on. Let me go and see what else. I got that back up in here. Hold up. Boom. Yeah. So they did over across 80 countries. Once they adopt digital technology in schools, performance goes down. Kids who use computers 5 hours a day in school for learning purposes will score 2/3 of the standard deviation less than kids who rarely or never use tech in school. That's why I say kids shouldn't have access to all that internet and all that till they get to high school. Because what's happening is these kids are using these doggone internet, computers and all that to answer the information, to answer the questions. So they're passing which we already talked about that, how what the grades is and all that, but they're barely passing, but which how you get the information, that's getting off track. They're passing the stuff, but they're not learning the information because they're using these devices and stuff to get the answers and figure the stuff out and do the work for them. So they're not learning how to do the stuff. That's why they have no cognitive decisive skills or what's the shit called? Where you learn how to discern, decipher shit. What's it called? This is why they can't make decisions and stuff. Why they get frustrated? I can't think of the term right now. Why they get frustrated and stuff and have act out and different stuff and they can't decide. And you tell them to do critical thinking or read something in the doggone instructions and they'll still come and ask you how to do it. This is why, because they used to have a computer or somebody do it for them. A computer do it for them. Or the technology do it for them. Which is why when you ask them something, a regular question, without the technology, they can't answer you something simple. Like these videos, they be asking all types of simple stuff. Like, who was the president this year? Or who was this, who was that? And they be having no clue what the answer to these questions be. Right. And these be like damn near college students. And it'd be like, how you don't know that? Like, this damn technology.
No device nearby.
No, I don't think they should be having it to high school. Now, at night, you know what I'm saying, if you want to use that at home and all that, but in school, I don't think they should be using technology or computers till they get to high school. In elementary and middle school, you need to be learning your core stuff and learning how to do stuff, just like in sports. You should be learning the fundamentals when you're young. You shouldn't be learning how to Euro step and how to doggone do all this other dumb shit they teaching them now at 6 or 7 years old. No, you need to learn the fundamentals. Get those down first. Then you can do the advanced stuff. That's the problem with this era and this microwave era we got now. Everybody want to do all the advanced, want everything now. They don't want to take the time to work through the fundamentals or work through the process to get there. And that's why shit be half-assed. I'm just saying. I'm just saying. But like I said, I don't think, personally, y'all let me know what y'all think, but I don't think the kids should have access to all that technology in school till they get to high school. By then, you done learned enough that you know how to, enough rotating in your cerebellum that you can go ahead and decipher and do what you need to do.
Kind of makes sense,
I'm just saying, this is my thing. I don't have no kids, so I ain't got no dog in the fight. But I'm just saying, this is from me looking at what I see and on the daily and we interacting with these people and seeing them out, yeah. Something got to change because this ain't working. And these are the people who are supposed to be leading the country into the new millennium and all that, leading us into the new whatever. It ain't looking good. That's all I'm saying. All right, let's see what else I got for you. Let's go. Here we go. These are 5 ways beginners can invest in stock ETFs. These are 5 strategies for you to go ahead and grow that paper. Get that guala that make them wanna holla. Come on, now, number 1, invest 100% in VTI or SCHB, the U.S. Total Market Index Fund. Number 2, to retire comfortably, invest 70% in VTI, 20% in SCHD, and 10% in SPAXX. Number 3, invest 80% in VOO, 20% in QQQM. Number 4, for growth potential, but with the risk, invest 50% in QQQM, 40% in VTI, and 10% in SCHD. Number 5, for passive income and cash flow, invest 50% in SCHD, 30% in VYM, and 20% in SPYD. So like I said, those are 5 different stock strategies right there. You can go ahead for beginners. If you don't know no better, you can go invest in some ETFs, let them sit and do what they do, and make that paper for you. Say, the only way to get wealthy and get rich is to make money while you sleep. When you wait, you're going to break your back trying to make it. You got to make it, let it work for you, not you work for the money. Come on now. Man, this is the cost of living in cities outside of America compared to America. For a family of 4, this is how much you have to make per year. Number 1, in Milan, Italy, you got to make $64,000 if you have a family of 4 per year to live comfortably. That ain't bad.
Not bad at all.
No. In Milan, come on now. In Medellin, Colombia, you need $30K. It's cheap down in Colombia, baby. Hey, you might get your head cut off, might get kidnapped now, but the house will be paid for though. Hey, you'll be straight. The house will be, your family, you won't be straight. The family will be straight because the house will be paid for. But hey, yeah. In London, UK, England, $82,000. What you need over there? Yeah. Mexico City, Mexico, you need $45,000. Once again, still might come up missing now. Yeah. Hey, you better not go down there messing around. That's all I know. You're going to mess around and find out. That's all I know. Yeah. And number 5, New York City. To raise a family of 4, you need $270,000 per year.
Where's that?
New York City here in America. $270,000. Getting extorted like I don't know what. I'm talking about getting towed up. Left and right. Like Mexico City, 45, 82K in London, England, 30K in Colombia, 63K in Italy. It's 270K here in America, in New York. It's crazy. Insane. Diabolique. Insane. Man. Now I dropped the video talking about how the NBA players aren't as popular no more. Ain't no superstars no more. This, that, like that, this, that, the third, et cetera, et cetera. People had a lot to say, a lot in the comments. Rightfully so. Everybody's entitled to their opinion, but Strait No Chase give not just his opinion, he give you the facts also. My opinion is based off the facts. That's why I give it to you how I give it to you. And I'm talking about raw with no Vaseline. So check it out. Nike stocks and sales are down and have been down the last 24 months. So they did an independent study done by analysts, the NLCUBS, I guess that's them, I don't know. But you can look this up. If they ain't right, I'm sure you can find it. And they concluded, though, that sales are down because NBA players are less popular. Now, this person did this, this is an independent person they had to do the study now, so they ain't got nothing to do with the NBA or they're not invested in anything to come up with anything. So that's why they had to do independence. They come up with the right numbers. And yeah, they say that the shoes ain't selling because whose shoes you buying now?
Right.
Back in the day, you had the Pennies, the Charles Barkleys. Deion ain't in the league, but shout out to Prime Time. You had Deion Sanders. The Jordans, obviously. You had Allen Iversons. Kobe had his joints. T-Mac. You had the Pat Ewings. Whose shoes you buying now? Whose shoes you looking to get now? I'll wait. Somebody tell me now. Who got the high kicks? Who got the high shoes you looking for to drop? Who you trying to get? That everybody waiting for? I just named 8 or 10 that they had back in our day. Now who they got now? Since they got so many superstars still and all that. Who y'all waiting to drop? Oh, y'all still waiting for the next Jordans to drop. That what we waiting for, right?
Right.
Who y'all waiting for? What y'all waiting for? The Lucas? Y'all waiting for the Lucas to drop? The Jokic's? That was the Jokers? Y'all waiting for the Jokers to drop? What y'all waiting for? Talk to me. But no, everybody said I ain't know what I was talking about though. Well, not everybody. People in the comments were saying I ain't know what I was talking about and stuff. Some people agreed. But yeah, ain't no superstars no more. That's why the league is whack. And why they ain't selling no shoes. Because whose shoes you buying? And if I'm wrong, somebody let me know. Who got the kicks? I'm waiting. Like I said, back in my day, you had the Pennies, Scottie Pippins, the doggone Jordans, the Patrick Ewings, the Shaqs, who else? Let me keep going. Allen Iversons, the Kobe's, the T-Macs. Who else had some hot shoes back then? I know I'm missing somebody.
Dr. J's.
The Dr. J's back in the day, them Converse shit, the Magic and the Bird with the Converses. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, all them. Like, hell, the Arthur Ashes with the tennis. Shit, the first doggone signature shoe. Like what we talking about here now? Who shoe you want? Who shoe you looking forward to coming out? What NBA player is selling shoes? Since there's so many superstars still. I'm just saying, I'll wait. When I post a video, I'll wait for the comments. Y'all let me know. Let me go back to my notes.
Somebody said it's Barclays.
Shit. And how long Barkley been on TV talking about basketball? It's people right now that don't, that's alive. It's people that are grown. Grown people with kids that don't even know what Charles Barkley played basketball.
Right.
They never seen Charles Barkley play. They grown with kids. They ain't never seen Charles Barkley play basketball. That's how long he been on TV talking about basketball.
Right.
Like I said, yeah, who now? Nobody. I'm just saying. I don't just say things, people. That's what I'm saying. You know, like we talked, me and my producer talked about this before we started. I never just say anything. If I say it, I've fact checked it and it's been verified. Trust me, I don't just say things. I don't do that. I don't set myself up to be slapped in the mouth. That's just not my thing. I'm just saying. If I say, I know people ready to dissect you now. So yeah, I don't do that. Just like this right here, finna slap some people in the mouth right here. I'm finna go give you a little history. Maybe you didn't know. Mississippi didn't abolish slavery until 2013. Did you know that, Vic?
No, I did not.
Oh, you're not familiar with it? That Mississippi didn't abolish slavery, end slavery until 2013.
No, I'm not.
You didn't know that, huh? You ain't never seen Life with Eddie Murphy? What you call it? Now Mississippi. Come on now. Yeah, boss. Mississippi. Yeah. Yeah. Come on now. Claw back on to the end. Come on, baby. Yeah. Mississippi didn't abolish slavery until 2013 and has never had a black governor, but has the highest black population in the country. Right. Make it make sense, no? Come on, people, stay with me. Let's go.
Jesus Christ.
It's insane. This what goes on right underneath our nose, and we don't know about none of this. They don't make it public knowledge. Well, they make it public knowledge, but once again, you want to hire some black person, put it in the book, they say. Right? But they don't announce this on the news and like that. They don't you got to go look for this type of stuff. Right? So yeah, like I said, they didn't abolish slavery until 2013 and has never had a black governor, but has the highest black population. 1865, when slavery was abolished with the 13th Amendment, Mississippi said, hell no, you got to pay us for our niggers. We ain't turning, no, hell no, we ain't doing that. Now you got to pay us for our niggers. We ain't turning them loose, hell no. What? Now, Hoss, you tripping. What you talking about, Hoss? No. You got to pay us, which they wanted you to pay what they thought the value of people was worth. This is what they wanted them to do now. Oh, I ain't signing nothing. No, you cancel that. Right? So, I guess America was just like, we ain't doing that. We not paying you. And I guess they were just like, all right, well, we gonna act like this, none of this ever happened. We just gonna go on. So 130 years go by. And they just never did nothing. Just didn't sign nothing, do nothing. And America just rolled on like it didn't happen, I guess. Like, how we just feed past that? They just continue going as a state and just don't even worry about it. Y'all didn't sign it, forget it. Like, you know what I'm saying? So, all right. They kept conducting business as usual, I guess. So finally in 1995, the Mississippi State Legislature voted to ratify the 13th Amendment, but never filed the paperwork. I'm sure it was just an oversight. I'm sure he had a lot going on. He's a busy man, Vic. He's a busy man. So he just forgot to file it, you know. We voted on it and it was a unanimous vote, but all right, I just ain't gonna file the paperwork. I get to it, you know, yeah. So after they voted and it was an unanimous vote, he forgot to file the paperwork with the federal government, which technically means it didn't happen because it wasn't official until you file it with the federal government, right? So it took for a professor at the University of Mississippi, Dr. Ranjan Batra, to see Steven Spielberg's movie Lincoln, which I never saw, but apparently in the Lincoln movie, they talk about when they ratified the 13th Amendment and all that, and he wanted to look into what happened after they ended slavery or whatever, and that's when he found out in Mississippi that they hadn't ended slavery. Yeah. He was a professor at, like I said, at the University of Mississippi. So then he contacted a friend of his who I guess he had some clout because he contacted the Secretary of State at the time. And he agreed to finally file it. So on February 7, 2013, the federal government confirmed that Mississippi had officially ratified the 13th Amendment and outlawed slavery.
2013.
February 7, 2013 is when Mississippi finally outlawed slavery. 148 years after slavery was suppressed. 148 years. Yeah. Oh, my bad. Not suppressed, was supposed. My bad. I read that wrong. 148 years after slavery was supposed to have ended after the Civil War. Black people in Mississippi were given the right. Oh, yeah. After the Civil War, also after the Civil War, black people in Mississippi were given the right to vote. And by the late 1860s, so I said, that ain't it. Now, it gets way worse. Stay with me now. By the late 1860s, 97% of eligible black men in the state had registered to vote. They elected 13 black state senators and 102 black state representatives, a black lieutenant governor, Alex K. Davis, 2 black secretaries of state, James D. Lynch. I wonder why he was named Lynch. I'm sure he was related to Willie. He was owned by Willie and them somehow, some way. And James Hill, a black superintendent of education. Thomas Cardoza, and in 1870, they sent their first black in history, to the U.S. Senate, Hiram Revels. They created the state first public school system, passed civil rights legislation, which terrified the white power structure. So what did they do? Decide to do, of course, they dropped the literacy test and grandfather clause. And what that is said if your grandfather could vote, you could vote. And if he couldn't, you couldn't. So since everybody, blacks, grandfather was a slave before 1865, then y'all can't vote. But white people, whether y'all stupid or not, can't pass this literacy test or not, y'all still can vote because your granddaddy could vote. Bullshit. Right? And people that was in charge of literacy tests were white people, and they made so black people fear regardless because they were all the overseers of everything. Right? So y'all think y'all gonna get some voting power and put people in office now? We finna stop that. Right? In 1890, a judge said they had been preserving. That is not what I'm supposed to say. They had been preserving white people by revolutionary methods. And they had been stuffing the ballot boxes and committing perjury and carrying the elections by fraud and violence. And by 1892, less than 6% of eligible black men were registered to vote. Went from 97% to 6%. All with them brutally murdering and unaliving and doing whatever and through every other processes that they normally do. This is nothing new though, but you know, if you don't know about the past, it will repeat itself. So that's why we putting this stuff out, because a lot of this stuff people don't know. Hell, I didn't know all of it. Like I said, they are. And once again, like I said, now in 1892, less than 6% of eligible black men were registered to vote, and they are the majority of the population. So the majority of people there are black, but only 6% of them are registered to vote. How that make sense? The rest of the South saw that and copied it, called it the Mississippi Plan. 40% of the state is black, but they have had 0 black state officials in the last 130 years. 40% of the state is black, and they've had 0 black officials in the last 130 years. So on top of the fact they didn't end slavery until 2013, they ain't never had a black governor, and they haven't had a black state official in 130 years, but they got the highest black population in the country. Now, how that makes sense? That's like in Jamaica, everybody in the whole country just about black, but everybody in charge white, British. How that make sense? Like, I don't get it. I don't get it. It's insane. Mississippi. They didn't end slavery in Mississippi in 2013.
Better dip from out of there.
Better dip from out of where?
Mississippi.
Hey. Hey. Woo. It's tough down there. It's tough. That's all I can say. It's tough down there. Hey. Whew. Now I'm gonna let you know. Man, phew, this right here is crazy. You talking about diabolique and crazy. Now this tells you how capitalism, how money just is insane, y'all. People just don't give a damn about people and just think about dollars. Remember the Ford Pinto?
I sure do.
Okay, a lot of people might not be old enough to remember that. I know you are though, because you was around for Prohibition. But yeah, you was around for Prohibition, but we good. But in 1971, Ford dropped the Ford Pinto. It was released. Even though they knew that because of where the gas tank was positioned, the car could explode in rear end collision, crashes. So engineers, the people that built the car, do all the tests and all that, had already said that because of what the gas tank is at, if they get rear ended the right way, the car could blow up. So this might not be a good idea. So what they did was they factored in the cost of wrongful death suits as opposed to the cost of recalls, and figured that it would be less to pay out wrongful death suits. So they went in and dropped the cars anyway, and people died and got burned up. They paid for wrongful death suits, and that was just it.
It was less.
Because when they did the numbers, they said it would be less for them to pay for wrongful death suits than for them to pay for the recall and actually fix the car. So fuck them people that's gonna die. Yeah, let them burn up and die because it's gonna be cheaper for us to pay that and then for us to actually pay to fix the car. It's all about the dollar. Forget lives, that people that's gonna die and all that. Like, this is insane how they do this and just be like, just fuck you. Like, I don't get it, bro. Like I don't go. Like, what's happening here? Yo, like, you just gonna kill people for to make some money? Like, yo, it's insane, yo. The things people do for money, and money is not even that, like, yes, you need enough money to do what you need to do and live your life. Yes. And so you don't have to worry about necessarily stress about money. Yes. But you don't need this billions and millions of dollars. People that want money, this type of money, and want that type of money, don't get it a lot of times because they want it for the wrong things. They don't want money to help people, to build no centers, to build homeless shelters. They want money so they can buy a bunch of shit they don't need to impress a bunch of people they don't know and don't care about. That's why they want money.
Where my applause at?
Like, and it's insane to me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Y'all don't want money to help go feed the homeless. Go do this. Y'all want to go buy this fly car so people can see you, or buy this clothes, and that's bullshit. Like, that shit don't mean nothing. You can't take none of that shit with you. Nobody don't give a damn about that shit once you get it.
Not a damn.
Like, that's crazy. They would do that and kill people, unalive people over money. That's like, and you knew it was gonna do that. Y'all had to do is pay to fix it. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
It ain't like, you know what I'm saying, these people did nothing to you. All you gotta do is pay to fix the car and then sell it. You gonna sell it anyway, knowing it's gonna blow up and kill somebody. Then somebody come up in the lot and want to hop on you. Now they're gonna be wrong. Why you tripping? You know what I'm saying? Nah, come on, man. Right. It's crazy. But yeah, and they found out how they found out about that was they call it the Pinto memo. Somebody found the memo of it later on, years later, obviously. And they call it the Pinto memo. It had the receipt, had the whole write-up on it, how they weighed the numbers out and what it was going to do and all that. Like, insane. Had proof right there in writing.
Paperwork.
Yeah, paperwork. Somebody left behind. Just like this right here. It's called, okay, yeah, they call it the pentameter. The sugar industry buried heart disease research. In the 1960s, researchers connected sugar consumption with heart disease. So the sugar industry paid scientists to redirect the blame. So they funded them to publish stories saying dietary fat is the primary cause of heart disease, minimizing sugar, which had everyone clamoring for fat-free products loaded with sugar. This is what they did now. This is what they do now. This is what they've been doing to us now. This is why everybody running around fat with 2 and 3 stomachs now and can't get your stomach down. This is why. Because they didn't push the lie. We believe in these stuff they tell. Because they supposed to be the doctors. And they supposed to be telling us the truth. We supposed to think. Right. But they all chasing the damn dollar because it's private equity. And it's capitalism. So they telling us bullshit to get us to buy this and killing people. It's crazy. So instead of them letting you know that sugar's the problem, they say that it's fat. So everybody buying fat-free stuff loaded with sugar. Yeah, clamoring for the products. You know what I mean? In 2016, researchers at UC San Francisco found documents exposing the arrangement in archive industry records after obesity rates climbed for 50 years. So once again, they find the paperwork saying that they did this bullshit. Now everybody fat as hell. Right. Getting winded going to the mailbox.
Right. Still loaded with sugar.
Yeah, getting winded trying to peel an orange. Like, come on now. You need a break. In the middle of the orange, you need to peel, you need a break. Like, come on now. It's insane. You can't even get your vitamin C. You can't even get your vitamin C. You gotta stop. Come on, baby. This is incredible. This is crazy. Diabolique. Like, I don't understand it, yo. I just don't understand it. Anything for $1. Oh my God. Anything for $1. Whoo! Man, you talking about crazy conspiracy things and wild stuff here, boy. I swear. But straight no chase, boy. Woo! We bringing it to you today. This right here, when I read this, I had to go. I had to listen to it a few times. The first president, they let you know of United States, which he wasn't really the first president. The first president was black, John Henson. But we're gonna go with what they saying for right now, for those intents and purposes. The first president was George Washington, right? And we do know he was a slave owner, right? Okay, as long as everybody know this now, because some people might say this, that, whatever. But we're gonna get a little worse than that. He was worse than just a slave owner, right? Now, they all tell you about, we all celebrate President's Day, George Washington's birthday, and all that, right? All right, national holidays, right? So, and they also tell you that he had wooden teeth, wooden dentures, right? They tell you that, right? That's not true. That's a lie. He didn't have wooden dentures. His teeth were made of, his dentures were made of hippopotamus ivory, human teeth purchased from enslaved people, and his own extracted teeth. So this cocksucker had slaves' teeth in his mouth. That's crazy, bro. Let that sink in now. This cocksucker had the nerve to have slaves' teeth put into the dentures for him to wear in his mouth. Like, that is insane. And back then, I'm sure they didn't have a lot of sanitary stuff to be sanitizing. So he couldn't have hated white people. They couldn't have hated black people that much. You putting their teeth in your mouth. But you know, Dick Gregory and all them talk about that also. When you owned us, we could be in your house. We could breastfeed your kids. We could do all that stuff when you owned us. But when you couldn't own us, you didn't want us in your neighborhood. Right. Make it make sense. We could cook for you. Breastfeed your kids, clean your house, all that. You're living out in the shack out back or whatever, all that. Yeah. Some in the house, all that. When you owned us, when you didn't know, you couldn't own us. Now you don't want us in your neighborhood no more. Right. How that make sense? But on top of that, this cocksucker, I'm gonna keep saying it, got doggone slave teeth built into damn dentures and put in his mouth. Whew, man. Talking about diabolique and just nasty. Like, really? Slave teeth, yeah. Yeah, like they say, old tongue, new teeth. Yeah. Yeah, he run around with old tongue and new teeth, think he doing it. With slave teeth in his mouth. Crazy. But they gonna tell you a lie. And they said they told you it was wooden teeth because the truth that made it sound less disturbing than the truth. So that's why they said it was wooden teeth. instead of telling you the truth because it was less disturbing. Yeah, I bet it is. Yeah. Then to say, hey, they took the teeth out of slaves' mouth and made to make his mold for the president. Yeah, I bet it is less than telling that they snatched teeth out of people's mouth to put in here for him. What kind of shit is that? Crazy. Absolutely. And that's what they do. No, well, what it is whitewashing, that they call it. They whitewash. The winner whitewashes history. So it's his story. That's why history is HISSTORY, because it's his story. So I'm going to tell you what story I want to tell you. And once again, if you don't know, you won't know. That was their whole plan with slavery from the jump. We're going to take the first crop from Africa and here and there and there. They will still have knowledge of where they come from, yes. No doubt. That's why the transatlantic slave trade was such egregious and such worse than regular slavery. Now, you had, and like I said, they don't say African slow, because you did have other slavery where tribes and people would all fighting each other, and you would capture their people and enslave them or whatever. But they would eventually be released and would go back to their tribe when the fighting was over and all that, if they weren't killed, obviously. So when they say Africans sold other Africans, that's how Africans sold other Africans. I'm warring with this tribe, we kidnap some of their people, then we sell them to the white man. It wasn't like they were just selling their own people. It wasn't like that. But neither here nor there. So, where was I going? Hold on, where was I going? You don't know where I was going. You can't tell me. So, I was talking about the scientists in the water. I got off track. I was talking about slavery. Yeah. I got sidetracked. And I was talking about that. Where the hell was I going with this? Hey. I had something for you too. I just jumped out of there quick. What was I talking about from the jump? I got to that part about the slavery. I got excited now.
Start talking about them slave teeth.
Yeah, the teeth, and it took me off now. This cocksucker got slave teeth in his mouth, and I started talking about how the slaves and how slavery this and that. I done forgot where I was going now. That quick. I was finna talk about this, but I'm gonna get into that in a second. What the hell was I finna say? I was talking about slavery and like his teeth and things about him we didn't know.
Then you went off into blacks, selling other blacks to the white man and all that.
Okay, I got to that. Where was I going with that? I was talking about slavery and that's what got me sidetracked when I went to that, because they talking about the blacks. Because I thought in my head, people always say that. Well, I was talking about the transatlantic slave trade. Okay, yeah, the breeding. Back. Okay, man, I'm back now. Okay, yeah. The ganja kicked in now. Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, like I said now. So, yeah, no, nothing wrong with that. No. Okay, so boom, so yeah. So like I said, so that's where they say black people sold other people into slavery. That's how that worked. Two tribes was warring with each other, and they would kidnap their people, and then they sold them to the white man. But, okay, so then you had the first crop, like I said, they brought the slaves where they still had knowledge of their past. They still knew their history, where they came from, etc. So this is what their whole plan about breeding. So then you got the next batch, the kids that they have. They have a little knowledge of where they come from because from their parents. Then you have the next batch, and by the time you have that next batch, all they know is being a slave. They have no knowledge of where they came from, no knowledge of nothing before them. So in their mind, they're thinking this is how this is supposed to be. Black people are inferior to white people, and we're supposed to be their slaves. That's just how it is. Because that's all they've ever known. And see, that's why we need to know the past, and I was talking about the past, because people who don't know, they'll never know anything else unless you tell them. And that's how you can program somebody, because if I don't know nothing about the past, what happened, I'm thinking this is how it's supposed to be. This is just how it is. Until somebody come and tell me, you know that before slaves, that we were kings and queens, and we was this and that and that and third. What? No, we wasn't. Yes, we were. We've always been slaves. No, we weren't. But you have no clue, which was the plan by the whole breeding system they had to do that. And now you got slaves forever now. Because they think this is how it's supposed to be. They don't know no better. And people often say, well, damn, slavery was a choice and why they didn't run away and all that. Once again, you got to think. We thinking with a Western, our mind in this time era. Think about if you at your house right now, your yard, where you live at, your house. You've been in that house for 20 years. You ain't never been past the mailbox. The mailbox now. Well, you see your mailbox from outside your window. You ain't never been past that in 20 years. Where you gonna run away and go to? Where you going? You don't know. You've never been past the mailbox in 20 years. You literally been in that house and in that yard for 20 years. How you gonna run away and go somewhere? I'm just saying. Whew. Oh yeah. Man, there was a scientist, Renee Quentin, who discovered that seawater has an almost identical chemical makeup to human blood plasma. Human plasma. You ever heard of that, Vic? You never heard of that, huh? Y'all ever heard that? Nobody ever heard that, huh? That seawater has an identical makeup to human plasma in your blood. So basically, God gave us a whole basically reservoir of blood in the ocean with seawater. Once again, they don't want you to know this though. This type of stuff they don't tell you about, right? You can look it up though, because I looked it up and it's true. But they won't tell you this. It's crazy, it's insane. That's insane too, how you can look something up and they'll tell you in a minute that it's true. But nobody will ever tell you this. Nobody will say this is, nah, seawater is just like our blood plasma, our plasma. So basically, when you run out of blood out, they can go to the sea and get it, to seawater. But so he was doing that, and he was treating people with specially filtered seawater, and he was curing people with all types of stuff. He had clinics all over France. He cured tuberculosis, all types of other illnesses. His baby had sepsis, was it? It was something babies get with the sea, I think, and they get dehydrated. And the baby was dried up, they said, like a mummy. And he treated the baby with the seawater, and the baby got better in 3 days, they said.
Wow.
Yeah, 3 days. He had clinics all over France. You know, the medicine industry, or whatever you want to call them, Big Pharma, whatever, was upset. They didn't like it. So what happened was World War I kicked off. He went to war and died at war, and they buried all his research. And to this day, nobody don't speak of it or whatever. Now, they still treat some things with seawater too. Some doctors do. But publicly, they don't speak of this. But Straight No Taste, I'm gonna let you know, baby. That's why you gotta be on the Patreon, because that's where this stuff is at. But I'm gonna let you know the deal, because information's for everybody, and I want you to have it. And an educated man knows many civilizations. And if you don't know what the enemy's teaching and learning, you can't fight a proper fight. You dig what I'm saying? So that's why we gotta educate ourselves. We gotta get all the information. We can't just limit ourselves to this information. That's like my nephew, and people be asking me when I watch white sitcoms and stuff like that. You watch that? I don't know how you watch that. Yeah, I want to watch it. I want to see what they talking about, what they teaching them, and what they learning when they watch these shows. And on those shows, they talk about a lot of stuff that they don't talk about in black sitcoms too. You'll hear stuff they talk about stocks and buying this and buying land and property, all type of stuff they have going on as regular banter in these sitcoms, these white sitcoms. Just regular Friends or whatever, or King of Queens or whatever, different little regular plain old white show like y'all. It's a white show. And you watch it and you see it's all the type of stuff they talking about that are never discussed in these black sitcoms or black shows. About business, all types of stuff like that. And you be like, huh. So this is the type of stuff they learn and they teaching and they're soaking in. While we over here soaking in bullshit, they feeding us. Like, you know what I'm saying? You gotta know how to play the game. You got, once again, like my drill son told me, you can't play a game or win a game if you don't know the rules. That's just what it is. But yeah, that's crazy. When I had to look that up. So yeah, seawater is almost identical to our chemical makeup with plasma in our blood. Well, what y'all got for me? Any questions? So your throat closed up the first time eating plantains. That's your problem, eating plantains right there. I stayed on the beach. That's your problem, eating fried bananas right there. See? See, that's why I told you not to mess. I don't mess with them plantains, eh? You see that? Her throat done closed up. Now, yeah, them plantains will get you, see? That seawater, she said, did it for her, though. Hey, that's what they say. Give us more money tips. So stop doing it. Did you just join us? Did you not see the stocks I gave earlier? Alex? Are you just tuning in? Did you miss that part? He said yes.
He said nothing.
Huh? I told you that. Yeah, you see why, right? He's closing throats. That's why. Shit. Yeah, I got to be able to function. I can't function. I was about to say I need to swallow, but pause. But I ain't gonna say that. Yeah, I wasn't gonna say that. I need to function. I can't. I had to rethink that in the head. I can't say that out loud. Hell no.
Yeah.
I need to function though. I can't be having my throat closing up. You're gonna wait for the clips to drop, baby. If you missed it. Now you talking about sneaking one of my food. Now you finna be banned. See what I'm saying? Effective immediately. You about to be banned. I'm sneaking one of my food. Don't do that. I'm gonna bite your hand. Ooh, they got anything for me over there, Victor? Frost. Like Blade say, Frost.
They still talking about shoes, man. Penny Hardaway's, Grant Hill.
Penny Hardaway. Like I asked him earlier, do you shop for shoes barefooted? Nobody answered that yet, do you? Anybody, do you shop for shoes barefooted? Somebody tell me. Anybody. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap it up. Appreciate you for joining me in Masterpiece Theater. As always, I am the master of ceremonies, the innovator, the emancipator, the originator, Jesse Mitchell. This has been Straight No Chase with Jesse Mitchell, #1 podcast coming out of the Carolinas, North and South. Ain't nobody bigger, baby. The feeling you're feeling is the intoxication of the inebriation of the Mitchell Magic. Stay tuned, baby. Coming to a city near you. You could be anywhere else in the world right now, but you're here with me. I thank you and I love you. Never know where you're going to see me. Holler at me if you see me. Don't act like people in Fayetteville act, see you and just, I know who you is, but don't say nothing. Holler at your boy. Stay tuned, baby.